Welcome to Two Brothers Talking. I'm Israel.
And I'm Eli.
We sat down with Lilah and Zilah, co-owners of Sunkissed Coffee House and more.
We talked about a number of things, including life, family, and starting a business during a pandemic.
We hope you enjoy our conversation. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow for more content like this. Lilah and Zilah, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Well, thank you for allowing us to come into your
Yeah,
shop.
I'm excited. Thank you for thinking of us.
Absolutely. You guys are a big part of the local community.
Yeah.
So we wanted to sit and have a conversation with you, get to know you a bit more, and talk about your plans for the future.
Okay, let's do it.
So let's start from the beginning. Born and raised in Yuma?
Yes, sir. All 5 of us, and me and Zilah were born and raised.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You say 5. How many siblings, parents, you know, your father and your mother? So you have one other sibling?
Yeah, so we have our little sister, Kyla. So it's me, the oldest, and then Zilah, and then Kyla. And we're all born and raised in Yuma.
Very nice.
So, yeah.
Yes.
That's something I noticed is it's Lilah, Zilah, Kyla, your mother, Delilah. What was the theme or idea behind that?
My mom, well, my grandma started it off.
Yeah.
But I don't know, she just kind of...
Well, my mom's middle name is Delilah.
Yeah.
And she had her, she's like, I'll name her Lilah. And then she was pregnant again. Actually, she couldn't decide if she wanted Lilah or Zilah for her name. But when she found out she was pregnant with me, she's like, oh, perfect.
Problem
Zilah.
solved.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then
Kyla came
we
and I
kind of
think-
chose her name.
Yeah,
we
like
told my
were
mom.
like what 9 and
Yeah.
8, and
She
mom
wanted-
was like,
yeah.
she was like, okay, what's this one gonna be named? Good thing
Yeah.
I wasn't a boy, because we were like, well, people are always asking us, what would you guys have
Yeah.
named
Yeah.
him?
Like mispronounced
What did
Tyler.
Mama name him?
Tyler.
or something?
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Call him Tyler.
And then there's my dad, Waldo. So it's
Wow.
Lilah, Kyla, and then Waldo.
Waldo.
So yeah. it's been-
So it sounds like you are a pretty close-knit family. What was it like growing up? Any favorite memories?
Favorite
Yes.
memories? Yeah, well, I mean, we grew up like going to our abuelos' houses, like spending the night there with our cousins, and like hanging out with them. My grandma and grandpa would take us to the store to go get snacks, and then they would let us watch the movie or just hang out and do whatever.
Yeah.
And then
Going
my
to-
nana and my tata too, on my mom's side, my grandma's always like, hey, I'm gonna pick you guys up to go do this. And my grandpa too, do you guys want that? Okay. And we were always just like our grandparents were always involved with us, and then our parents too. We have a lot of good memories.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, like going to the fair and watching
Oh,
the
the fair.
airplane show over there on the, I don't know what it's called, on the fairgrounds. And then feeding the ducks too. We would do that.
Yeah, we would do that. My parents
Yeah.
would take us to do that.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun memories.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
We'd also go to one of our aunt's houses. She would
yeah.
babysit us when we were smaller, and she's one of the reasons why we know like a lot of Spanish, and our abuelos too, because we
Yeah.
would always be there. And,
They only spoke Spanish. So.
yeah, and so
That's a good way
that
to
was
learn.
cool.
Yeah.
So we got to connect with like our abuelos and like our tia that spoke only like Spanish, and so that was cool. So that's good memories, because
Yeah.
I mean now we speak Spanish, and
Yeah.
thanks to them and our parents too, but mostly.
And going to the
Our abuelos.
fields too, where they do the pecans. Remember my grandma
Oh
would take us there?
yeah, when
Yeah.
our our
don't know
great
what they're
was your
called.
great grandpa.
Yeah.
Tata Lupe?
My grandma's dad. So I don't know what they're called, pecans?
Pecan trees. They're like
Pecan
out
trees?
by like you
That
could take
way.
all this road down.
So, like,
There's like
counties.
pecan trees.
Yeah.
And she would take us there, and we'd
And-
grab ice cream or something.
Oh,
and
Yeah.
so yeah,
I
we hang out
remember
there.
that.
That sounds like a good time.
That sounds
Yeah.
like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every family, it's based in values, whether
Mhm.
it's beliefs that's, you know, you're raised in, or there's principles that, you know, your grandparents taught your parents and your parents taught you.
Yeah.
Do you have any that stick out? You say, you know, these are the values that we live by because our parents taught us that.
Yes.
For sure. I think one of the biggest ones is greeting people when you walk into a room. That's like so super important. My grandpa too, he instilled that into us a lot. Like say hi when you walk in, because you know, like it's rude, like people aren't gonna like you, and
Yeah.
so
He'd always be like,
yeah, that's really
make
big
sure,
for us.
yeah,
Mhm.
que saludan. I don't know how do you say it in
Yeah,
English.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll just say hi.
Yeah.
Like he
Mhm.
would
Like,
always
that's
like he
really
was really big on
Hi.
that. What's another thing? Saying hello, never going to sleep mad at anybody. Like my parents are always like, you know, don't go to sleep mad at each other. You guys
Yeah.
make sure you guys always say goodnight and I love you guys. Like even if you guys are mad or
Yeah.
anything, like because you never know.
Yeah.
Like, you know. And what else?
My mom's always been really big on yeah, like going to sleep like good with us. Like if anything, like if we ever got in trouble, like, you know, she'd walk in and be like, look, this is why like I got upset, and but your feelings are valid too. Like let's talk about it. So that's something really important to me.
You
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
get anything bad out of being kind.
That's a good
Basically.
like principle to live by. I think
Yeah.
especially nowadays, you can never go wrong with being kind.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to be angry with someone who's like, you know, I hope you have a great day. It's like, well,
Yeah.
you too.
I know.
My wife Lily's like that a lot. She is just naturally kind. She makes people feel important.
Yeah.
And she has that approach to life, and you'd be hard pressed to find somebody that has something valid that's bad about her just because she lives by that
Yeah.
principle of
That's
just treat
good.
people with kindness. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and also another thing too, like when we were growing up, my parents, both of them were always like, you know, don't be mean to anybody at school, like because you obviously don't know what anybody's going through, like,
Yeah.
and if somebody's being mean to somebody else, like make sure you guys stick up for that person. And I mean, my littlest sister Kyla, like she's in middle school now, but we also tell her that, and she's like quick to defend somebody if like somebody's being mean to them or anything. Like she'll tell us like this is what happened and I was like don't do that or like something. So that's cool, like to see her like stand up for other people and stuff too. So
That's amazing.
yeah, it's cool.
Those are good social graces. I don't think a lot of people are taught anymore.
Yeah.
Like just little things here and there that add up really, really well.
Yeah.
So whose idea was it to start a coffee shop?
So it was actually my mom's idea. She began learning how to roast her own beans in 2015. And ever since then, like she's been really into coffee and like going out of town to other coffee shops. She's super into like smoothies and just like health and wellness. And when it came time for us to like start going to college and stuff, we didn't really ever have like a set like career that we like, oh my gosh, like I want to go to college for this or that. So my mom was like, in 2019 in the summer, she was like, oh, like let's start a business. And initially it was gonna be a smoothie, like a like make your own smoothie type of thing. But I know deep down my mom, she's like, coffee is like what I want to do.
It's
So
in my heart.
yeah. So yeah, it was basically my mom
Very
that
nice.
started with the ideas.
And we were down. We
Yeah.
were like,
Yeah.
okay, let's do
Okay,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't like school.
You know, it's not for everybody.
It's
Yeah,
not
The
for
social
everybody.
the social part
It's not
is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not the schoolwork.
Yeah, it's not for anybody. Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
What I find is ironic is I love to teach, hated school. Did
Yeah.
not like going to school, going to spending time in college, but love to teach.
Yeah.
But yeah, school's not for everybody.
Yeah, not for
True.
everybody. And that's okay.
Yeah, it is, and I
Absolutely.
think that we got to do better at culture by supporting people that either want to go to school or don't want to go to school. Just chase your dreams. Like,
Where did Sunkissed come from?
The name?
Yeah.
Well, the name came from my mom again. What's it called? But I remember we were like before we opened Sunkissed, when we knew like it wanted to be a smoothie bar, coffee shop. We all just kind of started jotting down like names and stuff, and we knew like we wanted it to be something like with the sun.
Listen.
And so we were just like, you know, we all had our notepads and we all were writing down different names and different logos and drawing them. And we're like, okay, what does everybody think of this one, that one? And anyway, my mom ended up coming up with Sunkissed because she's like, we're always Sunkissed because we like to go to the beach a lot and stuff. We like to tan. And then, well, here in Yuma, it's the sunniest place on earth. Like, and when we wanted to do just like a smoothie bar and smoothie shop, we were like, well, the fields, like, you know, where everything grows, everything's being Sunkissed, like, you know, all the fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. So that's where it came from. That's where she got the idea, and we all loved it. We were like, okay, yeah, like that's cool. And so we all ended up liking it. And yeah, my mom was we went with her idea.
there you go.
Yeah,
She has a lot of good ideas.
she
Yeah.
does.
I think she's doing
Yeah.
real well. Good job, Mom.
She's the idea queen. The idea queen. She makes things come to life.
Yeah.
She's
That's awesome.
She's
Very
a
nice.
superwoman.
Always a good view to have of your mom, I feel.
Yes.
And you said that you guys started in 2019.
Yes, that was like when the whole concept like came
Mm-hmm.
about. So yeah, 2019, like towards the end of the summer, July.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that is a bold move given everything that's happened.
Yeah.
So how was there any impact from like the Rona and the COVID and all that stuff? How did they impact the business?
So the impact that the coronavirus had on our business was that it delayed our opening day. So we were going to open in April of 2020. April of 2020. Yeah, and but then everything started happening, and so that kind of just set us back on our opening day because the people that we had hired, like, their workers were out or they were scared to work and stuff like that. So just things that we were getting built, like, were kind of getting taking a longer time because of everybody was scared,
Right.
And so that we ended up opening on Saturdays and Fridays and Saturdays in June. And then we just were doing like soft openings, so everybody can kind of know like, okay, this is what we're going to offer. And us too, my mom was still had her full-time job, and so we were all just kind of getting the hang of things. So it pushed us back a little bit, but I wouldn't say nothing too bad.
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
It seems like it's doing well, so it wasn't terribly
it is.
impactful on the
no,
end result.
thank God. Because I mean, a lot of people would just grab and go to like when that was happening, like they're like, and everybody had their face masks on, and we had the plexiglass up, and like I said, we weren't really coming in contact with people. We were just giving them their stuff, and they would get it and go. So it wasn't really like a hangout at that time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So we noticed you have a huge heart for the community.
Yes.
What sparked that passion, and what started the ideas rolling to say, you know what, we're going to constantly be giving back to the community?
Ooh, that's a
I
good
think
one.
it was I mean, when we first started Sunkissed, my mom was just like, we want it to be really about the community and be involved in the community and give back if we can. And then, with the pandemic, then the pandemic hit. So, that just makes you, like, it made our community closer, and, us, like, it just made us think, like, oh, like, life goes by fast, and let's just, I mean, if we can unite, and I don't know, do things that'll make people come together in a good way, and everybody's having good vibes and stuff. So
Yeah, and a lot of the coffee shops out of town, the places out of town, like, we're doing that, like, in the bigger cities. So my mom was like, oh, like, that'd be so neat, like, for us to bring that to Yuma. So, yeah.
So you mentioned good vibes, right? Giving out good vibes. When you walk into your shop, you can automatically feel just this atmosphere. It's peaceful. It's happy. You guys, of course, going back to the values that you were taught, you greet everybody that walks in. Doesn't matter how busy you are.
yes.
How do you keep that same level of energy throughout the day from their first customer to your last?
I would say just because, like, when we go to a coffee shop or we go to a restaurant, whether it's here in town, out of town, anywhere, like, we like to feel like welcome, because I don't know, it's just weird. Like, I just feel like you should greet everybody that's coming to your business, like, and I don't know, it's like you said, it's part of our morals, I guess.
Yeah.
To say hello and to greet everybody, and that's just how we are. And I mean, and we know that if we were walking into a place, we would want to be welcomed and hello and hey and acknowledged, because we know when you're not acknowledged and people don't say hello, it takes forever. You're just like, hey, do you see me here? And then they're like, they just don't say anything. So
what I think about too is, like, you don't ever get a second chance to make a first impression.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's what I think of. And it's like, oh, when we go somewhere, it kind of like not makes or breaks the experience. It kind of does, though.
For us, it does.
It's
for
true.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if somebody's like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Like, here's the menu. It's like, oh, okay. We're not coming back here. But if they're like, oh, hey, like, this is that. And then, too, like, it's our family business. Like, it's our name.
Represents us.
It's
like,
our name on everything.
That's true.
And we just want people overall to feel welcomed and to feel like they can ask us a question about their drink or about anything, like,
Yeah.
And that all starts by saying hello and what can I help you
That's
with,
true,
and making them feel good and welcome, and a place where they actually want to come and sit and enjoy their coffee,
Yes.
their drink, food, whatever it is. So yeah.
And you can tell there's a difference in the culture versus
Oh,
like just employees.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I walked
yeah.
into, clothing places or, fast food restaurants, and you can tell it's just something they have to do because they're like, oh, welcome.
Yeah.
You're like, are you having a bad day? Are you okay? Like, do I need to sneak out the back door?
Yeah.
You're like, it's not your business, so you don't
Yeah.
care. Huh? I
Yeah.
can tell.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
Yep.
there's a difference when there's buy-in. And we've talked about this on our leadership episodes
Yeah.
before where you can tell when there's buy-in because the people do it out of like
Yeah.
not so much I have to do this, but
They wanna do it.
I want to do this.
Yeah.
I want to invest in the business by doing this every day.
Yeah.
There's a big difference there.
And yeah, we love that. So it's easy for us. Like, I think you had asked, how do we keep it, the energy the same
Yeah.
throughout the whole day? I think it's just, I don't know. We love what we do, obviously, and we love seeing our customers and seeing new faces, and it's just fun and it's cool.
Yeah. And yeah, like to shift your mindset. Like I was telling my mom this morning, I was listening to the Christian station, and the girl was like, oh, instead of being like it's a chore, like, oh, I have to like go to work, I have to go to school. It's like you will like completely transform your day if you're like, I get to do this. Like I get
Yeah.
because like not everybody woke up today, so
That's
yeah.
a really good point. Like a mindset shift can change
Yeah.
perspective, and then it could change your whole day. That's
Yeah.
a really good piece of advice.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's very important for us, for our customers, to feel welcome when they walk in and
Mhm.
say hello and greeting, because it means a lot to us. And
Yeah.
I'm sure it means, our customers have told us, like, it means a
Yeah.
lot to us that you guys, acknowledge us and stuff. So it makes us feel good, it makes them feel good, and it makes everything good vibes.
Yeah, and that speaks to the huge following you have, right? You have a lot of supporters in the community, outside the community.
Yeah.
What comes to mind when you think about your customers and really the way you treat them is like family? So what comes to mind when you think of the Sunkissed family?
Listen.
I would say a lot of appreciation,
Mhm.
and we're very humbled by everybody that follows us, that has followed us since the beginning. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's
like
cool,
how
to see
big.
how big our page has
Yeah,
grown and just stuff. And like she said, we're very appreciative.
Yes.
Is that a word?
And
Appreciative
grateful.
and grateful that like people decide to hit the follow button and
Mhm.
stay tuned with all of our drinks and just
Yeah.
things that we post and interact with us. And it's fun and makes, like I said, our job even better.
Yeah.
But it's really cool to see how much support we have. And so, yeah.
That's awesome.
Awesome. So what's next for Sunkissed and the Barrera family?
So we have a lot of more community involvement projects coming soon, more pop-ups. We just started popping up at events. Our fall menu just rolled out too. So
Nice.
we did like a lot of pumpkin spice drinks. My mom curated like a lot of the drinks. Our winter menu too. No,
We're already
October
working on
comes
that
after
too.
fall.
And Halloween.
Yeah, so we try to like stick with the theme with each monthly menu. Like this summer we did summer vacation. Now what's our fall menu called?
Fall is in the air.
Fall is in the air, and then
Nice.
we're working on October and winter.
Yes. Another thing is that we're gonna be expanding. I don't want to say too much,
Wow,
but
that's exciting.
doing that, and then we're gonna also be, like she said, popping up at certain events. We're gonna be, I know, at one of the markets downtown,
Mhm.
the upcoming month, and then we're also gonna get into catering and all that stuff. So we're gonna be posting about that soon because
Mhm.
we've already catered, I think 1 or 2
Yeah.
events. And so we also got something in there, work with catering for parties, businesses, and all stuff like that. So we have a few things coming up in the future that we're excited about.
Yeah, that
and we
sounds
can't wait
great.
to share with all of our
Yeah.
followers and customers and family.
Nice.
So
That sounds really exciting.
yeah. Actually, some of our regulars have asked us to cater like their kids' parties and
Yeah.
stuff. And we're like, okay, we're down. Like, we have a butterfly lemonade. And she's like, because the butterfly lemonade, it's a lemonade at the bottom, and then you put the blue butterfly PT on top, and it like goes from blue and yellow to like purple.
Oh,
And
that's
she's
cool.
like, I want that. Like, will you guys be able to cater that to my daughter's birthday party? And we're like, yes. Like that. I'm like, yes, that'd be so fun.
That's awesome.
So we're excited. We have a lot of big
Yes.
things coming.
Nice. Has Sunkissed inspired you to venture into starting other businesses?
I have gotten a lot of inspiration from Sunkissed because now like that I was a part of like seeing the process of getting everything started. It was easier for me to be like like I have an idea of what it's like what the process is like. So it's not nothing too scary. And I feel like a lot of people are like scared of just like getting started. So I actually had the idea of starting my own like swimwear line, like clothing brand a couple months back. And I was really grateful for the experience we had getting Sunkissed started because I already knew like who to talk to, like who to email.
Yes.
Nice.
And the girl, that helped us with that kind of stuff, she was able to help me. And so, yeah.
That's
It's awesome having
exciting.
that network
Yes.
ready.
Yeah, so I'm kind of in the same boat as her. I haven't started it yet, but like I said, we want to do a coffee cart, and I want to be in charge of that because I love going to the events and catering, doing all. I mean, we all do, but I love it. I'm like, Mom, I want to be in charge of that. So like I said, the coffee cart is in the works, and also like I want to do like chalkboard art and stuff like that. Like do like maybe a little business with that, or just incorporate it with the coffee cart. Like just. Because, I mean, I really like art. I want to do more art classes and stuff like that so I can learn more. But, yeah, it's...
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then it's, like, inspired me to think, like, to take any risks. Because, like, if it doesn't work out, okay, like, that's fine. It's not the end of the world.
Mhm.
But, like, if it does, and you don't want to be stuck, you don't want to be, like, 70 stuck with the idea, like, oh, I should have done
It's true.
that.
Yeah.
So the pain of it failing is only going to last for a little bit.
Yeah.
And the pain of regret is bigger. So
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
that's facts.
Yeah.
What's it called? So, yeah, the coffee cart for me and the chalkboard business, art stuff, too. I'm getting excited for that. And Sunkissed, I mean, has helped us because we've seen it, like, from when we were trying to build it up and trying to get the location, trying to do all this. And so now it's the same with the coffee cart. We're looking, for different ideas. And I'm looking for different ideas and stuff and how to get it started and going. And it's a process, like everything. But we're willing to be patient because we were patient with Sunkissed. And
yeah.
I mean,
Look where you
thank
are
God,
now.
Yeah.
look at where we are now.
Yes.
And we've been so blessed. So we're excited to have
Yes.
other business.
We're excited to see what y'all do.
Thank you.
That's what
Thank
you've
you.
done amazing here. So I'm
Thank
sure
you.
anything y'all do next is going to be even better.
Thank you so much. We're excited.
Blessed.
So we hear you are, well, Lilah, you're a huge All-American fan. And Zilah, you're a huge Selena, the movie fan.
Yes.
Well, we have a segment on the show called What's That Moment, where we ask our guests
Okay.
kind of obscure questions about either their favorite show or movie. So would you be up to answering some trivia questions with us?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Lilah, we'll go first with All-American questions.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All American question number 1. Who is Coop's girlfriend?
How do I? Patience.
Yeah.
Yes. I was like, I was just watching this yesterday.
Nice.
Okay, let's go.
That wasn't too hard. Question number 2. Who claims Jordan is the father of her baby?
Oh my gosh, what's her name? I
never
Simone?
watched.
Simone.
Simone,
Yes.
yes.
Sounds like Days of Our Lives or something. Who claims that Jordan is the father of her baby?
Simone.
Who woke up from a what is it, like a coma
50-year coma.
A coma?
and actually was
No.
their twin?
No, it's not a
actually,
question.
Oh, I'm like, what?
I was thinking of soap operas. Like,
I'm
he
like,
woke up from a
actually,
coma and
somebody
it
did
wasn't
have a coma.
Oh, no.
Oh,
See,
man.
predictable.
Here you go.
All right, All American question number 3. What is the name of Spencer's former high school?
Crenshaw.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the hip, all 3.
3
Well
out
done.
of 3. Wow.
Yes.
I was hoping that those were like not too easy, but not too hard.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, we'll see.
Good job, guys. Thank you.
Very good job.
I'm a real fan.
You get the trophy after the show. So Zilah, now on Selena. Prior to casting Jennifer Lopez, there was another actress that the directors
I know this
wanted.
one.
Who was it?
I love the confidence.
It was Priyanka. No. Priyanka Chopra. That's Nick Jonas's girlfriend. It was Salma Hayek.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is right. When I read that, I was like, you know what? That'd be a
Priyanka?
different movie,
Wait,
but they
who
would
is
both
she?
kill it.
I feel like I know what she looks like.
Desperado?
She's like Mexican.
Yeah, once upon a
Hitman
time.
Bodyguard
I'll
and
have to
Hitman's
look.
Bodyguard
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like really pretty.
I think I know who it is.
Yeah, you do.
I do, huh? Okay.
I think if you saw her, you'd be like, oh,
Yeah, I'd be
That's
like,
who it
yeah,
is.
that's
Salma
her.
Hayek.
Yeah.
Question.
When you said Priyanka, I was like, that would have been an entirely
Oh
different
no,
movie.
I was like, I don't know why that. Came to
There would
mind.
have been riots.
I think it's because they both look Middle Eastern, kind of. I don't know.
Mm.
Oh, okay, is it
I can
that
see
girl?
it.
I think I know.
That's
who
Nick
you're
Jonas's girlfriend. She's like,
talking
No.
about. Okay. What?
Question number 2, and it's a true or false.
okay.
Jennifer lived with Selena's real sister for 4 months to learn about the life of Selena.
Yeah, she did. She even slept in her bed.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part. That's,
Oh my
That's
God.
dedicated.
Yeah, she had, I guess, slept in her actual bed. So it's just
Wow.
kind of creepy, but
Oh
That's-
heck no.
to get like, because
Ah.
yet when you're an actor, like you have to like,
Method.
yeah. So she slept in her bed.
That's big on the sisters' part because I don't know
Yeah.
if I could do that. But like, yeah, sure. I'd
In
be
her
like, there's the
room.
couch,
Mhm.
J-Lo.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah,
welcome to it. I'll get you
J-Lo.
extra pillows.
Telling J-Lo there's the couch. J-Lo would be like, okay.
Well, back then, I think the movie like really is what like made her career take off.
Yeah.
Really
so
did.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
All right, last question.
Okay.
What was the name of Selena's first English song?
Hold on. It was called I Could Fall in Love.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
3 for 3.
3
Girl, I
out
was
of
gonna say
3.
como las tortas in Spanish.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
That was in the.
I love her.
Oh, that scene made me cry at the end because
I
you
love
know
her.
it was gonna happen like in real life, and you're like, this
Mhm.
is probably the last scene.
I know.
All right, so Lilah, Zilah, those are all the questions we have for you. Was there anything that we didn't get to talk about today that you just want to share with us?
Maybe like advice for people who are looking
Yeah,
to start their
to
own
start
business.
their own business.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like in school they teach you like the norm, like okay, go to school, college, get married, have a kid, and it's like, no, they don't teach you how to like start a business, like that kind of route. So I think if anything, just go for it because
Yes.
you don't have anything to lose by trying. So
Yeah.
yes,
That's true.
yes,
Yeah.
and social media is like really big, and it's like only gonna get bigger.
Yeah.
So social media like will be your best friend in trying to like start the business and just like grow it.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think another piece of advice for somebody that is trying to get into their own business is don't be scared that there's already too many of that. Like, don't get scared that there's already too many clothing shops. There's just too many
Mhm,
coffee
yeah.
shops. There's
Exactly.
too many things. Because when you go down the bread aisle, there's a bunch of different bread.
That's a good
Mhm.
point.
But there's a bunch of different brands, and
Mhm.
people are gonna pick what they want. So it's
Something
like,
for
what's
everyone.
gonna set you apart? Make sure you know, like, this is what's gonna set me apart from this clothing brand, or like,
Mhm.
what's gonna set you apart. You make sure you do something different, and don't be scared, because just don't be scared. Just go for it. Like my sister said,
Yeah.
be confident in yourself. Make sure you save money. Make sure you save your receipts. Make sure you write stuff down.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, I think you made a great point earlier. Is failure is not the end.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Failure is just, learn from it, move on, try
Yeah.
again. It's fine.
Yes.
Yeah. Before I would have never like imagined myself to be a person like that, but just growing and being in business, I learned that like just try. Like, cause you don't know, like, what if it goes bad, but what if it goes good?
Super good.
So
That's true.
yeah,
You never know.
yeah.
I think that's not a question we ask very often. Is what if it goes well?
Mhm.
Like, what if I succeed?
Like,
what
what
if
if?
it just explodes?
But what if?
Imagine if people shifted their perspective like that, how many people would take the risks and actually get to live their dreams.
Yeah.
Like you say, you get to come to work and do what you love every day.
Mhm.
That's the reward right there. And you get to do it with the people you love, of course.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty amazing world to live in, to have everybody
Yeah.
living into their dreams like
I
that.
think a lot of people
know.
too, like they just are looking for that somebody to like push them to do
Mhm.
it. Because I think that's what a lot of people need is just like that extra like push, like oh you should do it, like because we haven't pushed quite a lot of people to start their own business.
Yeah. A lot of our customers,
Yeah.
our Sunkissed family comes in here and they're like,
with an idea.
I want to start a business, and you guys
Yeah.
like inspire us, and we're
And
like,
we're
yes,
just like,
please
just-
do it.
just do
We'll let you have
it.
a pop-up shop here.
Yeah.
We're like,
Yeah.
just do it.
So a lot
But-
of people just need that, I think. So that's why it's important to inspire other people.
Yeah.
Very
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
Now, for those, I mean, I'm pretty sure all of Yuma follows you, but in the event there is a single person either in town or maybe outside of town that doesn't follow you yet, where can people go on social media to find you?
So they can find us on Facebook and Instagram, and we're at Sunkissed Yuma. So they can find us there, and we usually use Instagram mostly. We try to update on Facebook as well, but we do a lot of our updates on our stories or on posts. So they can find us on Facebook and on Instagram
and TikTok too. We try to get into that sometimes when we can.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's the same Sunkissed Yuma
Sunkissed
on
Yuma.
TikTok.
Sunkissed Yuma.
but Sunkissed is for everybody, for little kids,
Yeah.
old people, young people, short people, tall people, all people.
Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to talk with us, to have a conversation. We really enjoyed it. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you
Yes,
guys.
thank you guys.
For
It was
having
so
us,
fun.
and thinking of us. We really appreciate the
Yes.
opportunity, and we're excited.
Yes, to
Awesome.
see the end.
Absolutely.